This is a Planet Vero production for Evergreen Media. And now it's time to put you on the spot with EGM.
Hello and welcome to On the Spot with EGM. Today we have a very special guest. We are talking with Kendra Cope from Coastal Connections. Hi, Kendra. How are you?
Hi. It's so great to be here today.
Well, it's great to have you here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're talking about Coastal Connections. So let's start from the start. What is Coastal Connections?
Great question. So Coastal Connections is a 501c nonprofit dedicated to the survival and recovery of sea turtles. But we do that in a very special way. So hopefully by the end of today, we can see how everybody can be involved in that recovery story that's happening right now as we speak. So, yeah.
Yeah. We all love sea turtles.
Yeah.
You know, they're a big part of our community here in the Vero Beach and the Treasure Coast. Love the sea turtles. How does Coastal Connections help the sea turtles?
Yeah. So they're a super important natural resource.
Yeah.
And I say that because they're considered keystone species. And maybe if you live in a place like Wyoming, you may not think that saving sea turtles is important. But every little thing that we do, the behaviors, the actions that we take every day can help save sea turtles, but more importantly, the environment. But the way affecting the environment is that they help regulate our oceans. Whether they are migrating thousands of miles, carrying little homes on the back of their shells, or they're at a coral reef providing food for critically important fish, or they're back up on their nesting beach providing tons and tons of natural fertilizer through that nesting process to grow and protect our beaches, which of course then protect us and provide incredible recreation space. So there's just so many important ways that sea turtles help regulate our oceans and our beaches. And then there's so many different things that every single person can be doing to help make sure that they're protecting turtles, but ultimately protecting the environment. Because I truly believe if you protect the environment, it will protect you.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. And I like how much the sea turtles can do.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. And they can do a lot, but they can't raise their own money. And that's why you're here.
You're totally on the spot, right? There you go. Yes, that is correct. They're not fundraisers themselves, so we need to go out and do activities and events and host fundraisers like the one we're talking about today to raise awareness, but also raise funds to keep our mission moving forward. And so I'm excited to talk about an upcoming event today called Recycle Derby.
Yes, tell us about the Recycle Derby.
Yeah, so at first glance, you might say, like, what does recycling have to do with protecting sea turtles? And the reality, it comes back to the fact that every person can be a part of the conservation success story for sea turtles. But we may not all do it in the same way. We may not all be scientists out there conducting research or politicians making new rules. But that doesn't mean that we can't be doing actions in our daily lives, like participating in recycling, consuming less, picking up trash, not making trash, reusing bags, bottles, or just not utilizing single-use plastics. There's the list goes on, but this event is bringing awareness to the importance of recycling and the good habits of recycling that all of us could be implementing in our daily lives. But we're not just going and getting a plastic bottle and putting it in a recycling can and saying we're done. No. Coastal Connections goes above and beyond every time we do an event. And so, of course, we have outdone ourselves again with our second annual Recycle Derby, which is shaped after a Red Bull racing competition. Okay. So, of course, if Red Bull is like the inspiration behind this is going to be fun. And what Recycle Derby is an obstacle race with teams that make their own homemade vehicle, but that vehicle at the end of the day gets to become recycled. So, yes.
All right. An obstacle race with their own vehicle.
With their own vehicle.
All right. Is the vehicle made out of recycled materials?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The majority of the materials do need to be recyclable because we will break down every vehicle at the end of the event. And so people can see the recycling actually happening, which is pretty exciting. But yes, we're talking about human-sized homemade vehicles made out of cardboard, wood, metal, bubble wrap, because in Indian River County, bubble wrap can be recycled, and all sorts of different materials. And so it's just going to be a fun and exciting way to bring awareness to recycling.
That sounds awesome. And when is it? Where is it?
Yeah, so this event is happening on September 24th.
Okay.
This is a Saturday, and it's happening at Walking Tree Brewery. They have shut down the road. We are going to have obstacles in the front lawn and around the road space, and each of our teams is going to be competing for some pretty big prizes, and the race starts at 1 o'clock. But we have some really cool new features that are going to be available at this event.
All right.
Yeah.
And so are we looking for people to donate their time to build these vehicles? Are they looking for entries? Are we looking...
That's such a great question, because it can be kind of confusing being a first-time attendee at this event, but there's really two different ways that you can be involved. The first, of course, is to build your own recyclable vehicle and enter the race as a team. So the entries are only $40 for each team, and each team is going to be competing for crazy big prizes like beer for a year, $500 cash, all sorts of stuff like that, which we're super excited about. But if you don't want to race, that doesn't mean you don't get to come. It just means you get to come and be a spectator.
All right, great.
Yeah, and so get front row seating, cheer on your favorite team, participate by showing your support, and just come and watch the craziness unfold. And brand new this year, we will have multiple vendors, probably about 15 local vendors and artists that you can come check out at Walking Tree Brewery. And then also multiple food trucks will be set up, because we're ready for an entire block party excitement of a day.
All right. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So food trucks, vendors, artists, artisans. I mean, on top of the recycled derby, which is a lot of fun. The obstacle race with the recycled vehicles, with the vehicles made out of recycled material.
Exactly.
That's great.
And then even if you just come to Walking Tree and want to spectate, you don't have to go out and buy anything. We have multiple ways that you can support the organization. We'll have a raffle going on site. Every beverage purchased at Walking Tree that day will donate $1 back, whether it's alcoholic or not. And then, of course, the vendors and the food trucks, and we'll have our own education table out as well. That's
great. And is there somewhere to sign up to register?
Absolutely. Online on our website. So our website is coastal-connections.org. And on our event calendar, you'll be able to see the event listed there. And there is a registration form if you want to come and be a part of the race. If you're just coming to hang out and watch the craziness, just show up and enjoy yourself. We're so excited to have you come join. But at the same time, we also want you to participate in the race as well. And that's what the registration form is there for.
All right, great. So be a part of the fun, whether you want to race or whether you just want to watch the race and have the fun. It's the Walking Tree, September 4th, Saturday, September 4th. The race starts at 1. And, of course, you can go to that website, the coastal-connections.org. And we want to thank Walking Tree and some of these other brewery partners, correct?
Yeah. So the coolest part of this year leading up to this event is we want to provide some free supplies to anybody who might be interested in entering the race. So we have a couple other local brewery partners, both Mash Monkeys Brewing and American Icon Brewery. Both of them are going to be hosting a Build and Brew happy hour event in September. Those dates will be listed on our website as well. And that's where we invite you to just come out, get some free supplies that the brewery will be collecting for you. They'll be handing it out, and then it'll be a great time for inspiration. If you're thinking about ways that you can be building your homemade vehicle and coming up with your team's theme of the race, that's a great time to really get inspired, ask questions, and get familiar with the rules before you enter.
That's great. All right. And are there any other activities we need to speak about?
I don't know. I mean, Coastal Connections is so busy all the time, right? Like our event calendar is full. So definitely go online and check those out. We are in the middle of sea turtle nesting season right now because sea turtle nesting season starts in May and ends in October. So it's very long here, which is very exciting for us. So if there's any way to get involved, it's to just definitely check out our website because we have some upcoming coastal cleanups, including International Coastal Cleanup Day. We're doing a cleanup in partnership with Sailfish Brewing coming up in August. And of course, we have our turtle digs going on right now where you can come on the beach and watch our turtle team evaluate the success of a nest. So just tons and tons of different events that we would love for you to be involved in.
That's great. So you can go to coastal-connections.org, browse through the calendar, and you'll see everything that's going on. And that's where you can also register for the 2022 Recycle Derby. And that's coming up at Walking Tree Brewery on September 24th. And we're happy to see you there, whether you want to race or whether you want to watch the race. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. We're so excited to celebrate recycling and the action of recycling and how that helps save our sea turtles.
Definitely. Thank you very much, Kendra Cope from Coastal Connections. Thanks a lot.
Absolutely.
All right. And thank you for watching, and thank you for listening to On the Spot. And we'll see you next time. Take care.